I don't
Sure.
even know what that is. Okay.
Okay, the Upanishads are some of the earliest spiritual writings or philosophical writings from India, very early, before Buddhism and
Oh,
Hinduism,
okay.
what they call Vedanta. It's very, very early.
Okay.
And one of the teachings of, if I can, I'll tell you a little bit about it. One of the teachings of the Upanishads is called, it's known in Sanskrit as Sat Chit Ananda. Sat Chit Ananda.
Okay.
And so one of the key ideas, thoughts I keep in my mind comes from the Upanishads. Sat Chit Ananda means being, awareness, and pleasure or joy. Ananda means joy.
Hmm.
So I try to keep that in mind, that it's important to have your being, to be present, not to be half present, not to be half there. And what you do, you really do, and you don't cheat it. You don't, and if you're going to be a therapist, be there 100%. Really get into it. Don't make it a job. It's not a job. It has to be your being. So if someone say, what do? You can't say, well, my job is a psychotherapist. No, it isn't. Your being is psychotherapist. That's who you are, not what you do.
Oh
It's
my
who you
gosh.
are. Sat Chit
Right.
Ananda, being. You start with being. That's who you are. Awareness, Chit, awareness. So you are aware of what you're doing, and you don't do it thoughtlessly. And you have thought things through. You have a philosophy of life for yourself. You have a philosophy of work for yourself. You're not doing it unconsciously. You're not just working off the cuff. You're not just unaware of what you're doing. And the third thing is Ananda, means taking pleasure. But it's at one level, Ananda is the kind of pleasure you get when you are fulfilling yourself, being what you can be and what you are invited to be, what life is asking you to be. The joy that comes from that is very deep. But one day, I have a friend who's a teacher from India, and I asked him, he was going to give a talk one day at a course I was teaching at, and he said, what would you like me to talk about? I said, I'd like you to talk about Ananda.
Joy.
Joy. So he gave this talk, and I'll never forget it, because he said that Ananda is the simple joy of everyday life, of eating food you like, of going on walks you like, of listening to music you like, of being in nature in a way that really suits you. Those pleasures, those simple, ordinary joys, that's Ananda. So
The
I love
simplicity.
that.
The simplicity. The simplicity.
Yes, simplicity, right?
Okay. Bye for now. I'm going to end the meeting. Okay.